How's it going? Anybody and everybody who might be watching this is Alex T Zombie with another weekday upload. Today, what I have you guys is going to be a really quick, simple, and easy day one oak farm. The benefits of this tree farm is that, well, one, it's redstone-less, so you can, you don't have to deal with all that clocks and timings or whatever. Two, it's you require no bone meal, so it's going to be based off of random in-game tick generation, whatever. So it's like you don't need a bone meal farm, you don't need no redstone. It's day one, it's super easy. Um, I guess we can go ahead and get straight into this. The first thing you're gonna need, these are gonna be the materials. You're gonna want for sure efficiency 4 or 5 diamond axe. This will still work with an iron axe, and I doubt it'll affect the rates at all, which we'll get to in a second. But you're also going to want well, really, realistically, you're only going to need one tree sapling for this, and then eventually, over time, you'll get enough tree saplings and it'll accumulate. But if you want to do this as fast as possible, you want to start off with 2 stacks of tree saplings, and then you're also going to need a stack of building materials so we can limit the height at which the trees grow so we don't get the annoying, really tall trees that are super hard to deal with. And then finally, you're going to want 44 blocks of any scaffolding block. That can be dirt or cobblestone, whatever. I'm using scaffolding because it's a scaffolding. And also, I would recommend having either diamond hoes or shears because the tree farm or the way I designed this tree farm, we are still gonna get quote unquote the big trees or the taller trees that have like the branches and stuff, but it's designed specifically so that you don't have to climb on top of any oak logs. You can chop it all down from the floor here, so whatever you can reach with your hand is what you'll end up being able to chop down. Also, I was gonna say that this works on Java. However, now that I think about it, Java players have a shorter reach than Bedrock players, right? So I am currently on Bedrock, so keep that in mind that if that is the case, you might want to lower the roof by a block just in case. But for the most part, the point is that you can just run down at the bottom, chop everything down, super easy and simple, and not have to worry about anything. Let's go ahead and get. Oh yeah. Last thing also is you might want to get Silk Touch either on your axe or on the hoe or whatever. I would also recommend at some point getting Silk Touch because this is going to spawn in um a lot of beehives, which I think I'm not too sure. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure since the oak saplings count as flowers, suppose kind of quote unquote, then whenever they spawn, they have a chance of spawning with a a beehive. However, I think it's actually dependent on the biome, so I might be wrong on that. Either way, I would recommend that if you are in a biome that spawns beehives, or there are chances of beehive spawning, so you would want at some point Silk Touch if you want to pick those up and not be attacked by the beehives or whatever. In terms of rates, it is around. I only tested it for around 20 minutes because but basically, you should be expecting about a chest worth of logs every hour. So that's what I'm currently working at, especially with like the efficiency 5 and everything. You guys will see how it works. And then you'll also, like I said, you're going to be getting bee nests. And since they are oak trees, you're also going to be getting apples, sticks, and some oak saplings. If you have Silk Touch, you might also expect some leaves in there. But that's basically what we have going on here. So to build this thing, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your scaffolding block and either you're going to want to pillar up 11 blocks all the way to the top. And then whenever you get to the top, you're going to go ahead and, oh yeah, I forgot. It also has to be 16 by 23 blocks, I think it was. 15 plus 8, 23. Yeah. So it's a 15 by 23 area. I forgot to mention that you were going to need that much space. But the first thing you're going to do is you're going to build out just like this up till you get to the 16th block. And then you're going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. And I'm going to go ahead and place the rest of the scaffolding while I'm at it. And you guys will notice that And this is also a good time to mention that this isn't like super specific. You don't have to follow it exactly the way I'm doing it, but what you do want to make sure you do is you place um, the blocks that are limiting the tree growth at 11 at the 11th block to make sure that you can mine down all of the trees from the specific height that we're at. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually show you guys the next step and the final step, which is to align all your trees underneath the limiter, I guess, limiting block, whatever. And also, I don't know if scaffolding will stop their growth, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of the scaffolding. And you guys will notice that since it's hold on, it's a little bit loud. I don't want to be talking. I don't want to be talking over this. I don't know what the audio is sounding like. But since it's 16 blocks long, exactly half a stack would be for each one of these rows here, and then or columns, whatever, however you want to look at it. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing here, up to the 16th block, and then you go ahead and turn around. The reason I'm using wood, oh, I kind of messed up, guys. We need more. Well, perfect planning. We need 2 stacks. That's kind of annoying. Now I kind of want to start it all over again. But if you're doing a good job at watching the video, then you're gonna know that you shouldn't be. Um. Whoops. My bad. You're gonna need 2 stacks of building blocks. For some reason I thought it was 1 stack. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah. So basically, I wanted, like I was saying, really the idea is the concept behind this, not the actual specifics of the farm. Like, once you get the concept, you can go ahead and build this in any iteration that you want, or you can modify it. It doesn't have to be very specific. And since we aren't working with redstone, like I said, it doesn't have to be very specific a certain way. And if you build one thing, it's gonna be like, it's super easy, simple day one, and it's something we can all understand. Go ahead and build. Basically, the biggest concept that you need to keep in mind is that the blocks have to go at the 11th block. So you count up 11 blocks, and then right here on your feet, the 11th block, you go ahead and build the roof to limit the growth of the trees in order to make sure that all of them can be chopped down from the floor here, and you don't have to worry about climbing anything or it being super annoying. Go ahead and make my way down, line myself up. This is just what I was doing on a server to, what's it called? This is just what I was doing on a server to chop down trees and get wood. So I thought I'd go ahead and show it to you guys. Let's go ahead and clear. Yeah, I thought it was a super neat design because of the fact that it actually kind of keeps up with the redstone farms that utilize bone meal. I think I was looking at one and it said that it's a, like, I think it was a playerless tree farm and it went up to 20,000 logs an hour, which equates to 31 stacks of logs an hour. But you still gotta account for, I think, I'm not sure if they accounted for having to chop it all down and the tree, the log maker and all that stuff. But when I was testing it, I got 9 stacks in 20 minutes, which equates to multiply that by 3. That comes out to exactly 1 chest worth of logs an hour. So I thought, you know what, I'm happy with that. And it's boneless, bone meal-less. It does take a little bit of time because of the fact that I just planted the sapling, so the RNG is just taking its time. But also, you want to make sure that once you chop down the tree, you go ahead and replant the sapling straight away. So at first it might take some ramping up to do, or so it might take some time to ramp up or whatever, to completely get to reach the 9 stacks, the 4.5 stacks every 10 minutes. But it's only while you collect the saplings from the ones that you've already chopped down. And this is a good example. This is one of the trees with branches, but since it was limited by the roof on top, you can notice that all you have to do is right here from the bottom, you can chop it all down. Oh, it actually wasn't a tree with branches. But yeah, you guys can see this is all you have to do, and just make sure that you replant the sapling after chopping it down, just to make sure that you're keeping up with the rates or whatever. The rates are as good as possible. And the idea is that once that you're almost always guaranteed to have trees uh to chop down. Right now it doesn't look very good because I had to show you guys how to build it. But once everything, all the RNG kicks in and everything, and also I've realized that the beehives actually influence the growth of crops, I think. I'm not sure if they affect the trees, but I think they do. And if that is the case, I would recommend keeping the beehives. From what I've seen at least, it seems almost as if the beehives are always, what's it called? Always let you keep up and stuff and things and whatever, but this is the cheap one. Um, right now it's making me look bad just because of my RNG. Go figure. But you guys can see the trees were already growing. And if you just sit here and wait a little bit longer, eventually, yeah, you get another tree and another tree and then another tree. So you guys can see it's already starting to take effect. I don't, again, there's no specific reason why I made them 5 blocks apart. I just wanted to have enough room to be able to run in between them without feeling claustrophobic, I guess. And then the 16 long I just picked because I thought it was like a nice interval. You have two of them right next to each other. That's gonna be equate to half a stack, and I just thought, I don't know, I liked it, so that way I can have pretty numbers to work with. So it does make sure again whenever you chop down a tree to make sure to uh, place the sapling back down, and that actually does it for today's episode. I don't really have anything else, or today's tutorial. I don't really have anything else to show you guys or explain or whatever. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications if this was useful to you. Until next time, I will probably have some more intricate, uh, advanced redstone based designs at some point. But probably not tree farm designs, because those are those are incredibly intimidating. But yeah, as you guys can see, the tree farm has basically already started working. I always have a tree to chop down. Um, I like how as soon as I said that. Anyways, yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, it was Zombie.